Hey everyone, Amber Gray, founder and CEO here at Trusty Oak. We are an Austin, Texas-based virtual assistant company with virtual assistants all across the United States. We focus mostly on small business. We help with both administrative and marketing-based tasks for small business to help you scale on a budget. This video is the final episode in a series on the topic of small business inbound marketing strategy. Last month we talked about how to develop a blog strategy, and today we're going to be focusing on your email marketing strategy and social media. Okay, starting off with email marketing. The biggest thing, the most important thing, if you hear nothing else in this video, hear this part. Get permission first. Do not add people to your email list without their consent. You could very easily ruin all efforts for the future or take a really long time for you to recover from a mistake like sending people emails without their permission. There is a law in place that says that you cannot add people to your email marketing without their permission. Maybe you met someone at a business networking event and handed them a business card, and then all of a sudden you started getting their emails, their marketing emails. It's not cool, don't do it. If you did have a list of emails that you're not sure if you had permission or not, first things first, reach out to them, send them one email. You can use your MailChimp account or HubSpot or whatever you're using to send mass emails. Feel free to do that with one email that's very clear and saying, do you want to receive future emails? Click here to opt in. The bottom line is, if you get permission first, you're going to have better engagement for your email marketing. If your business is a service business versus a business that sells a product, you want to use your email marketing to educate your audience. Don't use that as an attempt to sell something. Use it as a way to be helpful, to provide some value, to keep yourself front of mind. That said, within your email, you do want calls to actions or CTAs within the email, something for them to click to go to your website. Let's say you want to just share your most recent blog post with your email list. We want a button or a link of some kind within the email so that we can tell when we look back at your email statistics and the analytics of things, what's working. Are people engaging with this? One, did they open it? Two, did they click something? That's the second way you're going to be able to tell something. I actually recommend, instead of putting the entire length of the blog post in the email, put a button to click to read the full post. So you can put an excerpt, maybe it's first two paragraphs of your blog post in the email, a button to read more on the website, because that's going to let us know who actually read the whole thing. And again, just having another metric to be able to tell who's engaged with this email. Clicks are just as important or more important than open rates. So we want to see who's actually engaging with the content you're sending, so you can continue to hone that content to make it even better as you continue to develop. Just like the blog, consistency is key. Your audience needs to know what to expect. If you're sending an email and then it's 2 or 3 months later down the road before you send an email again, there's going to be some people that forgot that they signed up for your email list and potentially could mark you as spam. That's really the biggest problem with having a long period of time where you're not emailing your contact list. It's highly likely that people are going to unsubscribe and mark you as spam, which could prevent you from being able to send future emails. So consistency is key. Come up with a strategy before you get started. Once per month is a good delivery schedule for a service business. If you do have products, you may want to send something more frequently. But again, once per month is usually pretty doable for most business owners and something that your audience can be okay with in terms of the frequency. To sum it all up for the email marketing portion of this, number one, get permission. Number two, include CTAs or calls to action to click over to your website so we can see who's engaging with your content. Three, consistency is key, so make sure you're sending it on a regular schedule. Now let's talk social media. Even if you think your audience isn't on a certain platform, you still should have some kind of presence on 3 to 4 platforms. There's a couple of reasons for this. One, it can help your SEO. If somebody's Googling your business name, hopefully the first 3 or 4 links that come up are actually to your business. Maybe it's your LinkedIn profile, your Facebook page, Your website hopefully is on that list as well. But the more you have a presence on social media, the more likely it is that Googling your company name or your name as the owner is going to result in a link to your actual real estate online. The second reason it's a good idea to have a presence on different platforms is that your referral partners may be looking to refer you on those platforms. As an example, some of my referral partners tend to comment on Facebook. When they see somebody posting looking for a virtual assistant, they tag me or Trusty Oak to be able to say, hey, here's an option. The good thing about that is that I am on Facebook, so if they tag me or Trusty Oak, people are going to easily be able to go investigate even if they don't respond to me. They're going to be able to see exactly what Trusty Oak is. So it is important to have a presence out there just in case someone else you know is looking to refer you. Make it easy for them. Don't make them have to go chase down a link to share on Facebook or LinkedIn or somewhere like that. Just make it easy. Let them tag you. The question always is, how much should I post? The truth is, you want to post a minimum of once per week on LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook, a minimum of 3 times per week on Twitter. Twitter is a lot less, there's a lot less longevity for a post that you put on Twitter, so we do recommend that you post more frequently there so that at any time of the day, someone that's logging onto Twitter is going to be more likely to see your content that way. On the other platforms, they last a little bit longer. The way the algorithms work, I don't know too much about how they serve up those posts, but from my own experience, when I'm using those channels, I am seeing content that was posted sometimes even a couple of days before. So you don't have to do it as often on those channels to keep a good presence for a few days. One of the biggest tips about social media posting is that you should not always post promotional content. Don't just post content about yourself, your business, you. You want to also look for ways to cross-promote others that you want to lift up. Find a useful article, find another company, a vendor, shout out to somebody that you want to bring attention to, pay it forward in some ways. But the truth is, nobody wants to just hear advertisements and promotions by following you on social media. They're engaging with you because they want to get to know you better. So share things you like, share things that are useful, and make sure that it's just the right mix of content about yourself. In fact, I would say probably every 3 to 4 posts you would be okay with promoting yourself. Everything else should be related to helpful content or sharing someone else's content. When you are sharing someone else's content, another important thing is to tag who the author is of a post or the company that shared it. The good thing about this here is that if they see that you're helping promote their content, and when you tag them, they do get a notification, then there's a chance that they could also share your content or repost it to show it to their circle of influence. So let's say you wrote a blog post and mentioned Loom. This is something I do pretty regularly because I really love this video screen recording app that I use every day to create training videos and a lot of other things. So it's not uncommon for me to mention Loom in a video like this one, and when I share it, I can tag Loom so they know, hey, I've mentioned you in this piece of content. There's a good chance that they would also share that piece if it's helpful because now they know it's there. Last but not least, I think most people already have a pretty good understanding of this tip, but I'll go ahead and say it anyway. Use visual content. It's not enough anymore to just put text. If you can, use images as much as possible, use video as much as possible. You really want to do things to help engage people quickly, visually. It needs to break up the feed, the fast scrolling. Everyone's scrolling so quickly all the time. You've got to do something to get them to stop that scroll and take a look. So images and videos are going to be the best way to do that. So your tips for social media include: have a presence on 3 to 4 platforms, post a minimum of once per week to LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook, and a minimum of 3 times per week on Twitter. Avoid only posting your own content and promotion. Tag others when relevant when you're sharing content, and use visual content. I hope you found this video to be helpful. We really love helping small businesses grow, and marketing is a very important piece of that growth factor. So If you have further questions, feel free to reach out to me. Amber@TrustyOak is my email. You can also learn more at trustyoak.com and check out our blog. We've got lots of other content on this similar topic of marketing, inbound marketing for small business. So check those things out, see if that's going to help you DIY your marketing strategy. If you're feeling a little overwhelmed about doing it yourself, we'd be happy to help you with that as well. We have HubSpot certified marketing strategists on our team, as well as a plethora of savvy virtual assistants that can help with your marketing. Oh, and one last thing. If you happen to be free on June 29th and 30th, I'm going to be traveling to Bali for the Running Remote Conference. I'm going to be learning how to build and scale a team in a tropical paradise. It's going to be so exciting. Obviously, Bali is a wonderful, beautiful place, but the other thing about this is that it is going to be loaded with useful information, talking about the future of work leadership, especially because so many opportunities for business and for freelance workers is related to remote work. There's a lot to know about how to keep a good culture within a remote team and help keep your operations running smoothly even when people are not physically in the same place. So if you're trying to build a remote team, a remote business, and want to ditch the office, I'd love to see you in Bali. It's going to be a really fun time, and I think it's going to be loaded with amazing information from top CEOs of remote first companies. We have a special promo code for 20% off. If you use the promo code TrustyOak when you register at runningremote.com, you can save 20%. But just be mindful that the price does go up again on May 31st, so get your ticket now. Hope to see you in Bali.